August 21st now, 2019, 12:18 a.m. Right behind Kroger's 150 West Sycamore, Short Street, Liberty Street, I guess it goes. It also says in Front Street's right ahead of that. Anyways, Bluetooth is going out of range trying to connect. The phone is in my pocket. I'm sitting down, so that's going to make the phone closer than me standing up, I do believe. The Bluetooth is around my neck. Out of range. I've had these all the way in the backyard with the phone in the house. Even though that was when it was brand new. It shouldn't be doing this. It's doing it again, though, is the point. Exactly at this location. Just want to make record of it. How many videos did I post so far? Short Street, Liberty Street. Like trying to call the FBI and having my other phone, because I have two phones on me, hanging itself up like you ain't allowed to make contact. Videos, even the raw data, trying to recover it. There was even no raw data to that video. Hey. You can eavesdrop, profile, stalk, and harass the fuck out of me. I go to look at you and you're like, you a chicken shit bitch then, right? You want to call out all this flagrant ass fucking shit? Let's run your mouth in front of the appropriate people and watch you get your asses kicked. As hard as you keep telling me I'm going to get my ass kicked. Protection, you're mentally ill. We have mental health protection. Fraudulated loopholes in the system. And it's already been proven elsewhere. So Columbus, Ohio, and this is Columbus, Ohio, which has been pointed at throughout all the years, we're talking 20-some fucking years plus, of being the network headquarter type of situation, the main part of the resource that has been initiating its shit. With over 20 years plus. I won't even get in because it goes in, and I have a hard time saying it, for 35, 38 years plus. Never stopped, but I'll explain all that again later. So, let's find out who Columbus, Ohio is and see what kind of shit happens out here. Federally, fraudulently collecting money from the government and not spending it the correct way. Everything under the fucking sun needs to be viewed and understood right here in Columbus, Ohio. You got you a blue gang bitch. Police thugs. Just because they're police don't mean they can't be gang members or thugs. It's hard to say it that way. I don't mean just street gang members being a gang of themselves. Not just because they have an organization, association of being police, but literally thugging with that. Utilizing mass amounts of connectivity. I don't need to explain myself. I've had police in multitudes of other states that I will not say I agree or not agree with, that are on the bad side, and explained how to misutilize their authority on the bad side. Brainwashing, trying to utilize neighborhood network connections, sabotage, stripping of lifeful abilities, not even just life rights, life abilities, mental thinking, processing, heartbeat, shit like that. Bunch of punk ass motherfuckers trying to orchestrate their own intelligence agency and practically doing it with no regulation. Why in another city, even in Ohio, I leave Columbus, Ohio, Franklin County, everything changes. So I'm going to go after, because I said city, didn't I? I'll go after Franklin County now too. You got Sheriff's Department out here, same thing as a blue gang bitch, utilizing and misutilizing authority. I find it strange that they start having complications and making it out that you're a rat and a snitch towards myself, that you're making complications, because they can't utilize authority as they are here, utilizing the threat of stripping devices and everything else that they're utilizing to attack me with. So, we're going to go get into it. I do know there's family members, is all the mass amount of problems of the toxicity, and that comes even from childhood, which even the agency here, which was still in a corrupt form working, and I got a little trickle of help from it, a county mental health agency here, said the same thing. Toxic, and it has to be child neglect, child abuse. There's all kinds of shit that goes with it. Well, these guys are out here enforcing a regulation of, this is United States Code, this is social works, this is normal ability of people. They're making their own normal ability fraudulently, guaranteeing it. I go elsewhere and it's already out proven each and every fucking time. Even though it's also proven and people come forward, they're trying to corrupt, infiltrate, or utilize, which utilizing the systems are right, but when you start getting into knowing all the information behind the situation, they're illegally, wrongfully, sabotagically utilizing what is authoritative power, social works power, and intelligence. Oh, if it ain't caught, doesn't mean shit. You've been caught. They've been caught. They've been caught on the highway. I've had police pull people over and tell them about interstate stalking. And hey, you want to play state to state? You're a hick from Ohio, right? You want to play him, and they want to throw me and fucking spit all over my shit like you ain't from here, playing the kind of game that you don't want to be in this city. It's hard. And then go on to the next city trying to perform the same thing. Anyways, it fired back at him. You ain't from here, you fucking inbred, you stupid bitch. I take your ass and put you in prison for interstate stalking, on top of all your psychological works and everything else. Means you're victimizing him and basically human slavery and human trafficking him to get what you want. You want to play gang intelligent network. You ain't even a gang intelligent network. It's worse than cult of fucking acts trying to get away with it. They don't actually have a gang name. They're just grouped up doing whatever the fuck they want because of loopholes, but not even just loopholes, intelligent parts of the system, and utilizing that to dominate people. No different than a fucking criminal organization. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and press stop on this video. Reason of the video was another device failure, jamming, interference. I'm going to guarantee it. Especially 10, 12, 15, how many videos do I have? How many times have I mentioned in each video? Time, mark, and date and spot. In the same area, and it's happened even prior before me trying to do a timeline on the situation. So all that shit's included, but let's do it just because I need proof to make it believable to somebody else, or else I considered psychiatric, or considered it doesn't matter because you don't have nothing to stand your grounds with. How many videos, how many times have I mentioned and did a video right here about the same thing? They're going to get themselves killed because they keep recruiting. We're not. We can't get in trouble. I'll recruit me a crackhead to come fuck you up. I'll recruit and give them access to our electronic, to our wealth, and fucking target you. All these pussies have all been stood up on. They try to also utilize, and I won't say when you have authority, sometimes it just gets in the way of it's still abuse, but at the same time for your own enjoyment of that, to enforce it. But they're utilizing that type of situation and ragging me the fuck out that they're giving it to some, I won't even just say crackhead, but let's just go ahead and call it crackhead, a gang member, somebody that is not a part and would not even probably be legally able to get a job with law enforcement under certain requirements, giving them access to the shit. Yo, they want to gangbang, you want to play Parkside, you want to do this, you cause this, you cause that. Multitudes of witnesses in multitudes of different states. I didn't say shit, I didn't do shit, I didn't do nothing. They produced a situation fraudulently perjurized for themselves to utilize the authority as if I was enacting out in a criminal behavioral manner, so they have the right to exercise. But it'd be no different than basically like slapping someone and then acting like they're out of control. You don't know what happened, so you're going to enforce some type of behavioral controlment. I'm done. Ending this video. Columbus, Ohio, Liberty Street, Short Street, right in behind 150 West Sycamore Kroger's. Target of unlawfulacts.com.